Alright guys, time for the second part of my Memorial Day 2012 special. We're continuing on with some Ace Attorney Online. Turnabout Escort, we're going back in the courtroom now. Let's do this. So Mr. Payne is another witness, so... Court will now reconvene for the trial of Matthias Thomas. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready and waiting, Your Honor. Mr. Payne, is your witness prepared to take the stand? That he is, Your Honor. However, I must let the court know that he is a very delicate person, quite easily flustered. Therefore, I would like to request that a certain ordinary defense attorney act less forceful, especially during the cross-examination. They're still on about the hair. Maybe you should use a different kind of gel. I shall grant the prosecution's request. Mr. Justice, your case is barely alive as is. I will not have you badgering the witness. No problem, Your Honor. Very well, the witness may take the stand. The witness state his name and occupation. Whittaker Ness. Friends call me Wit. I'm a banker. Do they call you Wit because you're very witty? Trucy, I don't think this is the time. No, they call me Wit because I'm always at wit's end. Witness, please calm yourself. Indeed, we need you to testify. Fine. What do you want me to testify about? I thought I went over this with you. Start by telling us about how you saw the limousine. Fine. Good. Whatever you want. I'm an honest man. I got nothing to hide. For someone who's got nothing to hide, you certainly seem nervous. Nervous? What are you talking about? I'm not nervous. You're the one who's nervous. Now you've done it. I know you're kind, defense attorney, poking unnecessary holes in everything people say. People like you are the reason people like me are so stressed out. The witness will testify to the court immediately, no matter how uptight he may be. Fine. Here we go. Okay, I just want to look over evidence really quickly. Okay, so autopsy, card key. Alright. I was walking home from the bank like I always do, and I saw a limousine pass by. And the driver appeared to be holding a gun. But as they were driving away, I saw their license plate and filed the number away in my memory. Like a good citizen, I reported the citizen license plate number in the street I was on to the police. But wait a minute. He said as they were driving away, he saw their license plate. Look at this. Here, let me... License plate is situated on the front of the vehicle. He is a freaking liar. This appears to be a very decisive testimony. Mr. Payne, was the license plate number he reported the same as the one on Mr. Dugal's limousine? It was indeed, Your Honor. There can be no doubt he saw our limousine crime scene. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination now, Mr. Justice. However, you must not upset this easily agitated witness. Am I clear? Crystal, Your Honor. Let's do this. So that's what we gotta do on. Because he's a liar. Boom. Boom. Objection! I think you're pretty unreliable, witness. Get it? Witness. Wow. It's almost like Mr. Sawwit in the first game. Why is that, attorney? Just take a look right here in the limousine data. What can that possibly prove? If you're not bluffing, then tell us what page contradicts the witness's statement. Which one is it? It's page 1. It's on the first page, Your Honor. It clearly says that the license plate is on the front of the vehicle. On the front. Ah! I think our prosecutor understands what I'm getting at. Our witness said as they were driving away, I saw their license plate. But if the limo's license plate was on the front, then he couldn't have seen it as it drove away. In other words, our witness is a big fat liar. Perhaps the witness is in need of a laxative. Does the witness have it? They're gonna make fun of this for the whole game. That's hilarious. Let's wait for this contradiction. Of course, fine. I'm afraid I was confused about the order of events. As I was walking, the limousine was moving towards me. I looked at the license plate then. When it passed by, I noticed the suspicious activity inside the vehicle, so I kept the license plate number in my head and then called the police. Well, why would you think to remember the number before you saw anything suspicious? I believe I already mentioned that I'm a banker. It is my job to memorize categories, organize, and alphabetize numbers every day. How do you alphabetize a number? Billions of numbers pass through my head daily, and I can hold on to hundreds at a time for hours. I have an IQ of 177 after all. But you can't prove that's what happened.
Yes, we can. Remember that he was the one who called the police? It's the fact that he told the police the number. This means that it's the fact that he saw the number on the street and memorized it.
The only hope Matthias has is this witness is lying. The only way he could have known the number is if he was... Well, maybe I shouldn't get ahead of myself. The prosecution's objection is sustained. The witness has provided a suitable explanation for this court. I see no need for another cross-examination regarding this matter. No. However, I would feel more reassured if he went in more detail about what he saw in the vehicle. His original testimony was very vague. Yes, the defense agrees. This will be our chance to find out what he's hiding. Great minds think alike, I guess. Will the witness please explain exactly what he saw in the limousine when it passed by? I'll do even better. I'll draw you a detailed picture of what I saw. Picture? You can actually draw that for us? Of course, my phenomenal IQ of 177 is not limited to number memorization. I am also a skilled artiste. Does he mean artist?
Well, if you think it would help, Mr. Ness, then draw us a picture.
Yes, anything to finish this once and for all. May I please have the blueprints of the limousine in question to use for reference? I don't know why you need them for a portrait, but yes, that'll be fine. Bailiff, give him the blueprints. Very good, I will need just 3 minutes. 12 minutes later. Fine, good, excellent, I am done. Feast your eyes on my masterpiece. Is it not everything you had dreamed it would be? Everyone's saying, we thought you were going to draw us a sketch, as in a detailed portrait.
Yeah, I thought it would be more than just an overhead diagram. Masterpiece, it looks more like some Canadian guy who's went and made this on PowerPoint.
Oh my god. What would you in, Grace? IR. Nothing, that's what. I made this picture to the exact specifications of the limousine after all. Fine, I will explain. The green W represents myself, the stalwart witness on the sidewalk. The red K shows the position that I saw the likely killer, Matthias Thomas, I believe. Regardless, this person was brandishing a gun. The blue V shows the position that I saw the victim. He was sitting facing me. The car was moving quite fast, nearly 30 miles per hour, so I only saw this scene for an instant. But I still know what I saw. The killer must be Matthias Thomas. Wait a second, don't most automobiles have tinted windows to prevent people from seeing in? How could you see inside so clearly?
While most vehicles do have tinted windows, this limousine does not. It's built with more classic style in mind.
Your drawing, though crude, has turned out to be surprisingly informative. The court accepts this layout as evidence. But can you phrase all this in the form of a witness testimony? Fine, yes, good. I will testify about what I saw.
Are you ready for this, Apollo?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Let's go.
What I saw. When I looked at the limousine, I saw two people, a driver and a passenger. The passenger, by which I mean the victim, was simply sitting down while facing me. But the driver was pointing a gun in the direction of the passenger. The driver definitely looked like Matthias Thomas to me, so I logically he must be the killer.
What do you think about this new testimony, Apollo? I can't find anything wrong with what he's saying. I don't see any contradictions. Well, you know what to do about that, silly. Just press for more information. Press wherever you can. But try not to bug him too much. I'll do my best.
The defense may proceed with the cross-examination.
No sweat. Justice won't quit until justice is served.
See Justice glasses with his middle finger? Wait. I want to see that again. I think he does! Look at him! Yeah, he adjusts his glasses with his middle finger. Watch. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Alright. What the heck is that? Oh, it's just... Alright. When I looked at the limousine... And are you sure that's all you saw? No one else was in the vehicle? Hoping for a third person who would be the real killer? Too bad. I didn't see anyone else inside at all. Well, can you say for certain that it was Ilva Moore and Matthias Thomas in the vehicle? I looked at both of their pictures and I'm certain they were in the limousine. Seems pretty sure of himself on these details, but should I press him anyway? Sure.
Are you absolutely positively sure that they were in the limousine alone?
What, are you calling me a liar? I never lie. And you're one to talk, big slick-speaking conniving lawyer. What do you call 2,000 lawyers underneath the ocean? A good start, that's what.
What? I feel offended.
I think we all feel offended that we had to sit through this. Why did you rile him up, Mr. Justice? Penalty.
What? Sorry, what? Jesus Christ. That's bull.
So that means you saw the victim's face?
Of course.
And I'm 100% positive it was Ilva Moore sitting there.
What about his expression? Did he look happy, sad, scared? Come on now, how could this be even remotely relevant to the case?
Objection sustained. If the defense would like more information on facial expressions, I believe my angry one will do.
Please don't kill me.
Carry on with your testimony, witness.
Did you see him pull the trigger, or did you hear a gunshot?
Because the car was moving very fast, I only saw inside for a split second. But now that I think about it, I believe I did hear a shot. It wasn't that loud, but I believe I did hear something of the sort. Witness, why did you not mention this important detail earlier? Merely seeing a gun pointed at someone leaves room for error, but hearing a shot is near proof. This is an extremely important piece of information to simply leave out. I wasn't sure of it before, but I am now. This must have been when the driver shot the passenger. While his victim sat perpendicular to him, the killer shot with devious accuracy and hit him in the side of the head. The witness will amend his testimony immediately. Fine, yes, good. Because I heard what was likely a gunshot.
Must have been when the driver shot the victim during these positions.
Sorry, I'm kind of confused. What makes you say that? Because when the vehicle passed by, I saw the scene and I saw Matthias Thomas holding a gun. But more than that, I heard a gunshot sound when it passed by. At this exact placement, the killer must have shot the victim.
Something about the driver and passenger's placement still seems a little fishy to me. If I can find out exactly what, this case will be turned upside down. The driver shot the victim. Single bullet to the right temple. How can that be? Because he's behind the door, so how could he do that? So...
Objection!
So you see that when you supposedly saw the scene, that's when the driver shot the victim?
Yes, of course, absolutely. Why wouldn't it be?
Because this autopsy report shows that something is very wrong with your diagram. Here is the big problem with this diagram. It's where the victim is. The placement of the victim is the problem, Your Honor, and the autopsy report will show this.
What do you mean, Mr. Justice?
It's actually very simple. If the killer shot the victim here, then the victim would be hit in the left side of the head, correct?
Well, yes, but I'm not sure what that... Oh!
Exactly, Your Honor. Our witness seems to be saying that the victim was shot in the left temple, but our autopsy report says that the victim was shot in the right temple. One of these sources is lying, and I'm willing to bet that it's you, Mr. Witness.
Ah!
You've got him now, Apollo. I'd like to see him wiggle out of this one.
Settle down, everyone. Witness, the defense has raised a stirring case against your trustworthiness. What do you have to say for yourself? Wait a minute, I know.
You know what?
I know where I made a mistake.
A mistake?
Yes, so it seems. Give me a mere 4 minutes and I will show you with a new illustration.
Not this again. 9 minutes.
Aha, my work of art is finished. Now allow me to explain once more.
Oh boy.
You see, the victim was not actually there. I was mistaken when I created my first masterpiece.
What about all that talk about how sure you were and of how smart you were?
Well, gee, even geniuses make mistakes, attorney. Not that you would know.
Gee, thanks.
As I was saying, this masterpiece is flawed in design. What it should look like is actually... this!
Wait, it took you 10 minutes just to move the V over?
Do not question the genius of an artiste. Will the witness explain exactly how this solves the contradiction? Fine, good, yes indeed. You see, what really happened was this. The victim sat with his back to the killer. What I saw was Matthias Thomas reaching around to shoot, Ilva Moore on the right side of the head. This, I believe, destroys your pesky contradiction, attorney.
See,
Seems the witness has managed to explain himself sufficiently. I believe we should update this limousine layout of ours. It's not just some layout, it's a masterpiece, a work of art, a portrait of facts.
Whatever, just testify for us again, please.
Yes, I believe another formal testimony is in order. Philistines. Time for round 3, I guess. I was mistaken about the location of the victim, but my testimony remains essentially unchanged. This trial is over. Wait, that's it? There's nothing else to say. Everything has already been said. I already explained what I saw in my last testimony, and the one contradiction you found was eliminated by me.
You mean by us, right?
No, I don't. Let's end this farce of a trial now. It's obvious that Matthias is guilty. While I do not condemn his rudeness, the witness has a point. It is already a foregone conclusion that Matthias Thomas will receive a guilty verdict. Why continue this trial? Objection! But, Your Honor, the defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. We already discussed this. That's true, Mr. Justice, but I'm sure even the jurists would agree that this is a waste of time. Don't forget that it is only due to the grace of Mr. Payne that your case has survived this far.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's right, we're finished. I'm afraid this trial is virtually over. Someone said, hold it!
Your Honor, we can't end the trial yet.
Oh, really? Why not?
Because we can find a hole in what witness is saying. Right, Apollo? Well, it's only shot, Apollo.
Yes, absolutely. Ridiculous. I may be making a mistake by letting you do this, but I suppose truth has come from stranger things in my courtroom. However, I must warn you, Mr. Justice. Presenting incorrect evidence on a statement will result in a severe penalty. Get it?
Got it.
Good.
Trucy, how am I supposed to poke a hole in this testimony? There's barely any testimony to begin with. Just do the same thing you've been doing. Press, then present. Alright. Whatever she says.
Could you restate for us exactly how you were mistaken? Fine. I got the victim's position slightly wrong, okay? Leave me alone.
He really doesn't seem like he wants to talk more about this, but I'm desperate. What should I do?
Press harder.
But if you were wrong about this, what else could you be wrong about?
There is nothing else that I am mistaken about. My new drawing is perfect. Perfect, I say. Your Honor, I have a request to make. What sort of request?
Could we add that statement to the testimony?
What? But all he said is that there was nothing else he was wrong about. You had better not be stalling for time, Mr. Justice.
He's not, Your Honor. He knows what he's doing.
All right, Mr. Justice, but I'm warning you. This is your last chance. The witness will add his last statement to the testimony. What? Ridiculous. What can we possibly gain from that? Believe me, I am 99% sure that we will gain nothing. But it is for that last 1% that I will allow this. Fine. Continue with your cross-examination, Mr. Justice.
Nothing else that I am mistaken about. My new drawing is perfect, I say. I think I want to present the pistol because it says the murder weapon, a single-shot pistol, bears the defendant's fingerprints. Let's try it.
Objection!
Finally. I've got you now, Whitaker Ness.
What? No, you don't. That's impossible.
Actually, it's very possible. Let me explain. Your Honor, will you please read what it says in the information for the murder weapon?
All right, Mr. Justice, if you're sure. Rightly marked on the bullet found in the victim's head and matched this pistol. An investigation concluded that this weapon was fired from approximately 3 meters.
Yeah, but if you can look in this, it seems farther away than that, or closer than that, from the target. Now let's look at your diagram, Mr. Ness. Your Honor, how far away would you say the victim and killer are from each other?
Well, I would say less than a meter. 3 feet, maybe.
Oh! I believe the contradiction has become obvious now. If this picture really does show the murder scene, then why are the victim and killer 2 meters too close? What does this mean for the case? There's nowhere that the victim could have been sitting that would let him be shot in the right temple. At least not by Matthias Thomas anyway. Not that I like to admit it.
Actually, I have an idea about that.
You do? You do?
What if there was a third person in the vehicle? Someone who sat in the back seat and was the real killer.
How did you change
my illustration so fast? Someone who would then pretend to be a witness to the crime. Someone like you, witness. What? No, never. Alright. Oh, snap. He's fainted.
Your Honor, perhaps we should have a recess to allow the witness to recuperate.
Yes, I think that would recuperate. Yes, I think that would be a good idea. I'll make sure someone keeps an eye on him. We will resume in 20 minutes. To be continued. Alright. When we come back, we're going to finish this up. Hopefully. But, yep, so stay tuned for the next part for my Memorial Day special coming up next.